Good afternoon and welcome to the major news from 92.3 Nigeria Info. These are the headlines. Security expert urges landlords to profile prospective tenants following arrest of suspected kidnappers in Rumekini Estate. Peter Obi to commission Polo Iwaruku flyover today. Petrol situation lingers as more petrol stations close in Port Harcourt. And on the foreign scene, Chinese president accuses his Canadian counterpart of leaks to media about China-Canada relations. My name is Jude Omamibi, and this is the news. Good afternoon and welcome. A security expert, Smith Dibia, is advising landlords to ensure that their tenants are profiled by the police before renting out their properties to them. His comment follows statements by occupants of an estate in Rumekini who say they are still in shock that some security operatives raided the estate and arrested about 5 of their neighbors for alleged kidnapping. Mr. Dibia, while speaking on Nigeria Info FM's Crossfire program, urged people to see the police as their friend.
The police are there for us. I've listened to this story and I've listened to even professionals that you've also called. None had called police, as in to involve police in profiling people. It is the job of the Nigerian police to profile people. And when people are moving into your apartment, number one thing you should do as a landlord or as qualified, certified estate and real estate, whatever, is to first of all ask for a police report.
Also, Chairman of Nigeria Institute of Estate Surveyors and Valuers, Hamilton Odum, says due diligence should be done by landlords before accepting money from prospective tenants.
You don't just accept money from anybody. That's very unprofessional. Before you take somebody in, you do your due diligence. You invite the person to your office. You know who he is. You give him certain forms to fill. You need to know everything about. And more so, the law has made it in such a way that you must know your customer, know your client. That's what school, that's the special control unit against money law. So before you take anybody in, before you accept money from anybody, you must do due diligence. Know who the person is, where he works, get some personal details about him before you take him in. I'm not just getting these details. Try as much as possible to verify the details or the information provided by prospective tenants.
You will recall that some of the occupants of the estate told our correspondent they are still traumatized after discovering that they were neighbors to suspected kidnappers.
It disturbs mentally to know that this kind of thing was actually happening here. I didn't know I was living with a kidnapper in this place. When the DSS came, they were exchanging gunshot and all that, and when they were trying to pass through the roof to run away, they caught all of them and carried their hostage with them, with the car that they carried.
The police men then, they chained the senior guy here. He's living here. I asked him, senior guy, what is happening? The guy told me that chain don't be. They finally they spoil the house, they spoil everywhere, blow gunshot everywhere. Finally they climb on top of ceiling, they carried 5 boys and came out, shot their leg then. Then the police people come call us, come and see the open box like that. We see rifle, 3 rifle, they say na the kidnappers that keep the rifle there.
Some occupants said the security operatives asked everyone to move out of the estate. They, however, appealed for time to get new accommodations.
The victim's car was actually parked in our compound. They said that's how they found them. The victim's car had a tracker, so that's how they got to the compound. The car was parked there. It's a black car, but they came back again on Tuesday 3 a.m. I'm still hearing noise. They were clearing the items in those kidnappers' apartments. So when they were not saying we are going to evacuate the building, they are going to seal the compound. They are giving us 48 hours, and it's not going down well with us because I've been looking for a house since yesterday and I've not even found an apartment.
Everybody's stranded. We don't know where to pack to hide.
Nobody expected this to happen, and because of the situation now, everybody is on edge trying to go to now. Nobody has been sleeping here because we don't even know the next action that anybody is going to take.
It is not clear who carried out the arrest. The police and the DSS are yet to speak out on the incident. In other development, police have been deployed to Azikiri Street access of Debo in Otago, known to be a major hideout for cultists. It followed recent police raid of brothels and the known cultists then used as logistics plane base by suspected gangsters. A correspondent gathered that the petty crime and other forms of harassment used in the area following the raid. And meanwhile, the State Commissioner of Police, Effiong Gokon, has intervened in the age-long crisis between the Umkoko and his known community. Simple security leaders in one of the affected communities that he will put our efforts to ensure peace return to the area.
Today I come as a messenger of peace. I appreciate the fact that your people are peace loving, because it is not easy to always be on the defensive. Yes, you'll be provoked, but you have shown very impressive restraints. I want to assure us that God is going to give us peace in this area. Amen. And I told him yesterday night that I will be here today. Whether there was fighting or no fighting, that I must be here today, and I have come.
The Commissioner of Police also assured them that security architecture in the area will be redesigned and reinforced.
After now, we'll reinforce the Tiger unit, both in terms of personnel and arms. Enough vehicles for the personnel. If the policemen were taken for special duties, we are going to make effort to return them. Upon my return today, I will possibly see where we can draw vehicles from and redeploy to this area, so that there will be patrol. So when we have patrol and effective patrol, it could reassure people, it could restore confidence in the minds of people.
Our correspondent reports that the Umo Okumo clan is made up of 5 communities of Obete, Okpontu, Marihu, Azogo, and Umagbi community, sharing boundaries with Lore community in Kana local government area. And moving on, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, is expected to commission the Nkpolo Orowoko flyover today. Yesterday, the former APC National Chairman, Adams Oshomole, commissioned the Nwepikon flyover. Speaking during the commissioning, River State Governor Yusubike says the PDP G5 governors will only be open to reconciliation based on equity, fairness, and justice. The governor also apologized to former APC National Chairman Adams Oshomole for working for the re-election in the state. River State Commissioner for Information and Communication, Chris Feinborn, says the Executive Order 22 is for everyone and there will be fairness in enforcing it. Mr. Feinborn said this on Nigerian Info's Morning Crossfire as political parties like the APC and Labour Party kicked against the new Executive Order.
It's everybody, the last number of celebrities. When people should shout, it's when they feel that taking persons to go against that law and nothing is done. That is when people will say, okay, why is government not allowed to implement this? We are obeying it, the others are not obeying it, and nothing is done. That is the only time people should worry themselves. I will recommend people to read this executive order, read it thoroughly, line by line from the beginning to the end. And they will have no need for the hysteria and the paranoia.
And the Information Commissioner also said the Executive Order 22 is not targeted at anyone, but it is set out to protect Rivers people.
And that is what people should get, because government exists to protect the people, not to protect some people, as I just said, but to protect all. If they sit back, drink some water, read the other copies, they will know that number one is not a legislation, because no executive order is a fresh legislation. No, it is not targeted at anybody, but for the protection of society and ensuring that there is order.
As you may know, the order prohibits the use of premises, buildings, and sundry structures in residential areas as campaign offices by political parties in the state without government approval. But political scientist Obuna Wanodi says the Executive Order 22 is capable of reducing participation in the forthcoming 2023 general elections in the state. Dr. Wanodi tells correspondent Sobi Owari that the order, if not rescinded, will stifle democratic participation.
All communication channels are open to all political parties to reach out to the electorate. When such policies and regulations are put in place, you find out that political parties do not give or do not have opportunity to reach out to the electorate. Now you're going
Dr. Wanadi, who is a lecturer at the University of Port Harcourt, is also worried that the executive orders by the state government may prevent electorates from making informed decisions during the 2023 general elections.
That executive order is going to create some level of constraints on political activities in the state, owing to the fact that this is the first time in the political history of the state that we are seeing, although the administration is trying to exercise its legislative powers, I think that such an exercise of this power is tantamount to strangulating political parties in this electoral process, more so coming at a time when campaigns have already started.
As you may know, Executive Order 22 prohibits political parties from using buildings and structures in urban and non-urban areas as campaign offices by political parties without approval, and this came into effect the 11th of November 2022. Well, still ahead, Ghana disowns advisory against travel to Abuja. My name is Jude. Stories return after the break. Good afternoon and welcome back to the news. My name is Jude Omamigbe. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration in Ghana says it is not aware of any threat targeted at its nationals living in Abuja. The Ghanaian ministry in a statement also disowned a security update advising against non-essential trips to Abuja. The statement said the travel advisory published yesterday advising against non-essential travel to Abuja was unauthorized. And in business now, the petrol situation in Port Harcourt has lingered as more petrol stations close for business due to the inability to get the product. Some of these areas include the Eleme One axis of the East-West Road, OGRA, Eligolo and Choba axis of East-West Road. Our correspondent observed that the filling stations that have the products to sell have long queues and are selling between the prices of 200 Naira and 240 Naira per litre. Some of the managers of the filling stations who spoke anonymously said the cost of at the depot has also changed. Some users to our correspondent on how they are dealing with the petrol situation.
Yesterday, 2:30. We dey park now to carry passenger now. They no gree pay money. Now me go all of us park motor. I dey go Rumola. You had to start 300 naira before. Now 400 naira. The this evening we just the managing like that.
Now, if we don't have normal price, I buy for Rumola 225. Now from Choba to Rumola is 500. From Rumola to Zoba is 400. From Rumola to Lalete 350. That's what I'm.
I dey buy fuel at the rate of 200. That was some days back. As of today, I'm buying 235 naira. But the first filling station that I drove to, they say it's 240. So that is why the transportation have added a lot of money.
Anyway, we manage and we dey buy the fuel like that. Anyway, we get money to chop. Now we dey come up for.
And finally, from the international scene, China's President Xi Jinping has been filmed accusing Justin Trudeau of limiting details days after they held talks at the G20 summit in Bali. President Xi told the Canadian Prime Minister via translator that it was inappropriate and accused him of lacking sincerity. He was likely referring to reports that Mr. Trudeau discussed alleged Chinese espionage and interference in Canadian elections at the sit-down. The talks, which happened behind closed doors, were the party's first in years. And that was the news. But before we leave, a quick wrap of the stories. A security expert has urged landlords to profile prospective tenants following arrest of suspected kidnappers in Rumekini Estate. Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi will commission Nkpolu Orowaruko flyover today. The petrol situation is lingering as more filling stations close in Port Harcourt. President Buhari has approved funds for military veterans, and on the foreign scene, China's President Xi Jinping has been filmed accusing Justin Trudeau of leaking meeting details. And that was the news. The news was edited by Martha Okere. Cloudy weather in Port Harcourt this afternoon is expected with temperatures of about 30 to 31 degrees centigrade. Please be advised. Select your PVC and vote. Your vote is your voice. My name is Jude Omamegbe. Thank you for being a part of the news. Good morning. Sorry, good afternoon. I beg your pardon.